And what I'll do is I'm going to send this to you before it goes anywhere. So if there is anything that you don't want, or, we'll just adjust that. So, let's see. All right. So I'm going to pretend like we just started talking.
Sweet.
Tracy, good
Hi.
How's it going?
It's awesome. I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. It's another day in paradise, as I like to say.
That's right. That's right.
So thank you so much for taking the time to sit here with me for a couple minutes. I wanted to get a testimonial from you because we've been working together for, over 2 years now?
Yeah. Yeah,
so
it's been amazing.
First, I would love if you could just introduce yourself to everyone who might not know who you are. I know you're famous, but...
That's right. That's right. Are you living under a rock? No, I'm just kidding. Hi, I'm Tracy Litt. I am a spiritual advisor and mindset teacher for female leaders and entrepreneurs. I'm also the author of the best-selling book, Worthy Human. I'm a TEDx speaker. I'm a keynote speaker, and I work with women to love their fears, to remember what they're capable of, own their worth, and believe in themselves so that they can make a massive impact in the world.
Perfect.
And I love it.
Yeah. So let's start from the beginning. Where were you at in your business and when we first started?
When we first started, see, it's so interesting because the business is 3.5 years old, right? So you've been with me a longer than you haven't been with me, which is just interesting for me to observe as we sit here and talk about it. It was at more of an infancy stage. And, now it is a bountiful, highly impactful, profitable, on its way to being an empire. That's really what it is. And the work that we've done together has been really massively it's been massive in helping with that. Because I need to be experienced, right? And we came to work together on video. Getting me on video is what has made the difference, right? Of letting my message out in the world and the branding and the awareness and having my energy be shared.
And how have you found that by putting out more video content into the digital world, I guess you would say, how has that kind of helped things, not only in terms of growing your business, but in terms of your time as an entrepreneur, in terms of attracting the right people to you, et cetera?
Well, it allows them to experience my work, really, and for me, I'm a service provider. I don't sell a product. I sell the work I do, the energy of how you shift when we do the work together. So I would say that the thing that comes to mind is when I was doing Worthy Human Live, which was my first ever 3-day, 2-night immersion event, the video product we worked on, right? Because I was like, you help me take all of it and put it into a product that can be experienced. I think that's I've never actually even thought of it this way before, but that's what you're doing. You're taking and you're distilling it down into a video product that can be digested and experienced, which then has resulted in enrollments and filling seats at Worthy Human Live, which got sold out, which, we're working on a second video now because now, I had you for 3 days at a live event the whole time, right? So now we have that asset, which really blows my mind because the value of the asset and the repurposing, and now we're making short video clips for social media for getting things viral. So it brings people into my world. It's like, here's the video product. Oh my God, here's this woman. Thank you for letting me experience her. Where do I enroll? How do I say yes to something? So it's been awesome.
Have you met people that have met you first through video, and then when you meet them in person, what's their first reaction?
Oh my God. Yeah. That's like the largest okay. So you were there at my book tour, right? Because for anybody who's watching, anything I've done since the day I met Chris and DNC Media, it has not even been a second thought. They're just there. So when I did my book tour, my book came out in July, it was like, okay, come, video, be there. And to answer that question, that's the mass majority. Most people don't know me first because my business is predominantly online, and they see the video. And then when they see me in person, you know, it's interesting. It's like, oh my God. And they want to touch me and I want to touch them because I'm a huge feeler and I'm just constantly hugging and touching, which makes this current time even more interesting. And my daughters that were at the event and witnessed that, after the book tour, they were like, you're a big deal. What was that about? Why did that woman freak out when she saw you? Why were they screaming? And it's like, yeah, I'm doing it. I'm becoming the next level of myself. It's amazing. Which is what I help people do, which is what makes the work I do with you so critical, because I am the representation of what's possible. And you help me show that.
Love it. And there was another point you brought up that I wanted to touch on, because a lot of clients, customers, potential people just looking for help with video, when they're getting started, they don't know what they want, right? And they don't even really fully see how it fits. And then they start thinking long-term, and they get almost too confused that they don't want to do anything. When we started, we've evolved as we've gone into figure out what the best things we could be doing with this content is at the time. So how has it been to have essentially a partner with you on that, to kind of say, look, here's this new direction, this new opportunity, this new thing I'm trying to attract. What can we do? How can we take this to the next level? And then figure that out from a content perspective.
Yeah, well, it's been incredible because, and I believe this, anyone who's watching this, you're a business owner in some capacity, right? You have something. You don't know what you don't know. And you need to be surrounding yourself with people who are as genius with their space as you are with your own. So having you as a media partner, number one, makes me feel relaxed because I don't have to figure it out, which then allows me to show up even stronger in what I'm here to do, which is to do the work with women, right? And then, you know, it's like you have a Lit Factor library, right? You've accumulated now all of this video that whenever we want to do a new project, we discuss, like, here's the intention. This is what we're going for, like the new big media speaker thing we're working on. And you can just pull it together the way you do. And I don't know how you make the magic. And it's always magical. Every video that ever comes out is just like, oh, I felt that. Damn, that was so good, right? I don't ask. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. And I just want the finished product, which is what I get. Right. And I think the other advantage of long-term partnership in something like this, and I'm a big fan too, when you find somebody that you jive with, working long-term is so beneficial because we know each other now. The first few times it was, it was new, right? But now there is a comfort. You understand my work more. I understand how you operate more. And we have to communicate far less to get incredible outcomes in what we're working on.
Definitely. And that's part of the reason I like working with people long-term versus just this one-off quick thing. And then, my clients become my friends in the long run, working together for years. I don't want to work with someone who sucks. Sorry.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you saying that. Thanks for that. I had one last question. And for those that are watching, we're recording this. We're about a month into the lockdown with COVID-19, just to give you some context. So my final question is, knowing other business owners or entrepreneurs or people that are trying to grow their brand are watching, what advice would you have to them about investing in video content and starting to move in that direction?
Do it, right? I mean, really flat out do it. And let me also say this. I still bang out a video on my iPhone. This is not about, right? Like there's still things I do on the fly. I do my Facebook Lives, but when you're talking about seeing yourself as a high service business, right? You are here for the legacy. You're here because you're creating something. It's not optional to not have a media partner in 2020. Like I don't need you, right? And did I have to get myself there? Did I have to work my mind to realize this is a large, this is a space where a lot of my investing goes intentionally, right? Because once you have it, you always have it. And video is what we're moving to. It just is. Like to think that you're going to have a thriving business without a video component is ignorant at this point. You know, I have a client who's a journalist in New York, and in a corporate environment, she's being asked, because she's like the talent, you know, she's being asked to do more and more, bring this to me on video. Let's teach this whole concept to, we're talking about massive entity businesses, but do it for me on video. I don't want another white paper. I don't want to sit in another 1.5 hour meeting about it. Just get creative and bust out some content on video. So it's everywhere. So say yes, figure out how you can do it and start to do it, because it makes a difference.
Awesome. That's it. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your very busy day.
Yes,
and
my pleasure.
I look forward to keep making epic videos for you.
Oh my God, yeah.
And ideally get back to some of these events that, we got to talk about another thing that people are doing with live events. We'll save that for later. I'm not going to give these too much info away in these testimonials, you know, like, we got to make it fun. Anyways, thanks so much, Tracy.
Thank you.
And have a wonderful rest of the day.
Thank you. You too.
Yeah.